welcome back to our channel. It's a trap. So today I'm gonna show you how do I repot my Nepenthes, specifically my newly acquired Nepenthes. When it came from shipping or to courier, I prefer that I always repot them right away because they already disturbed and stressed. So you don't need to worry that they will gonna stress more, and so that you will acclimate them once, and once they are acclimated and their root system is established, that's the time that I will gonna put them on the full I would say I will put them slowly in more intense light. But now after I repot them, I'll just put it on the shaded area. So first we're gonna repot this VEITCHII hybrid. So I choose this pot because it's a big one, and initially this pot don't have holes, so that's why my wife and I decided to put an hole in there just to make sure that they have proper aeration and the water will not clog in there. So the medium that I'm gonna be using today is sphagnum moss and perlite. So it's 50% sphagnum moss and 50% perlite. So maybe you already know that the medium that we are using is a recycled one. So we boil it first for an hour. Then after boiling it and when it cool down, we wash it with rainwater until this desirable total dissolved solid level is achieved. So this specific medium is when we measured it earlier, it's around 20 ppm. So it's good enough for our beautiful Nepenthes to be used as a potting medium. So as you can see, it's straightforward. I just put a big hole in there, and I will try to put the plants with their original medium, but I think it's too big. The hole is too big, so that I will fill it more with the perlite, fresh perlite, and more sphagnum moss perlite that is recycled. So when you're doing repotting with your Nepenthes, it's better if you don't disturb too much their root system, because we don't like a longer time for them to be acclimated. So I don't suggest that you repot them always, but when you acquired it, so you are prompt that you need to acclimate it. So in just one period, you repot them and you acclimate it at once. So I put more perlite in there, old medium from the pot that I get my Nepenthes. Then carefully planting it and don't drop it, and be careful with their roots. But other don't care about they just remove all the medium, and it's okay. It's better actually, because you will not be worried about the pest that is included in with the plants. But I would say I'm not an expert. That's why I'm playing it safe here. I don't want the root system to be disturbed, and I think it's Highland Nepenthes. That's why I'm very careful, because I'm a newbie in Nepenthes, and I want my first, or let's say first batch of Highlands Nepenthes to be successful grown in here, because my area is on the second floor and it's very windy here, and I don't think that the place is high humidity, because it's always the air is always flowing there, and it's low humidity actually. So the only thing that I'm doing to make it more cooler is putting more sphagnum moss, live sphagnum moss. So that's my indication when the sphagnum moss head is turning white or dry. So that's the time that I will gonna mist it. Usually I mist my Nepenthes regularly once a day, maybe in morning or night. And when I'm free and I don't have work, I water my plants morning and night, just to make sure that they receive the tender loving care from your trilliors. So here I'm repotting it. It doesn't have a very complex root system right now, but let's hope that this plant will thrive here even in this kind of climate, and hopefully we'll be successful in this one. So it will be a long video, and hopefully you can bear with me. I'll just show you how I do it and how I'm doing it. Maybe I will talk once in a while if I see something that I need to share with you. But what I'm doing right now is just making sure that the medium is compact and the plants have a good contact with the new medium. So don't fill it too much because we were gonna put live sphagnum moss on the last layer. I water it first before putting the live sphagnum moss, just to rinse it more and for the medium to settle down. So I'm using my what you call this, sprinkler or mister. It is battery operated. Once you charge it, you can use it for a week. Sometimes if you water twice a day, it will last for 4 days to 5 days. Then you need to recharge it for another 8 hours, and you can use it. It's very handy because before I'm using the manual sprayer, it's very tiring. So when I get this one, I really like it. So I'm putting the sphagnum moss that I got from my old propagation of Pingicula that I got from one of my friends. Then I noticed the sphagnum moss in that Pingicula tray is really thriving. So I think I need to get some of the heads of the sphagnum moss in there because it will be perfect to my precious Nepenthes. Just for your information, I'm not selling Nepenthes. On our Shopee store, that is linked. Sometimes I send links if you ask. So we're just selling there Venus flytrap, Pingicula, and some Sanjus. And once in a while we sell Sarracenia, but now I don't sell Sarracenia anymore. I'm focusing on Venus flytrap and Sanjus and Pingicula. So there. So this moss is I'm removing it because I know that when you keep it with your Nepenthes, it will really outgrown your Nepenthes because the fern or the fern is really easy to grow in this sphagnum moss. And if you water your plant regularly, the fern will really outgrow your plants. So I think it's better to not to plant it together unless you want a beautiful fern just within the pot. So it's around 10:30 in the evening now here in when I'm filming this, and I'm really a little bit tired, but I'm thinking tomorrow I will have work from 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. That included the travel time from work to my house. That's why it's better to repot it now. because this is really a little bit expensive plant. So I put all my good batches of moss. So as you can see, so I have a lot of moss in there, and I don't want to put so there. So this sphagnum was growing on that basket for about how long? I think a year. At first, I just put maybe a few heads in there. Then, as I go on, maybe I put more, but not too much. But now, when I check it, it's really thriving. So I decided to get some of sphagnum moss heads in there, and I'm fortunate. And I think I'm blessed that I have a chance to propagate sphagnum moss in my area, even it's low humidity. That's why my VEITCHII now, I have a pink, I think VEITCHII pink, got it from Sir Volker. Now they're having a very nice picture, even it's just a newly potted plant. When I first acquired that plant, the VEITCHII that I'm talking about, it already had a feature, but the feature is not that very good because it came from a long shipping. So when I get it, I just put it on the same medium that I'm using now, and put it on the full sun, no shading net. It's really hard to produce picture if you put your plant is situated or located in full sun, because they need a little bit moisture or humidity for them to produce a good picture. But after some times, maybe 4 months, I noticed that he produces 2 to 3 pictures, beautiful picture even in full sun. But now I repotted them and put a shading net, and they're producing again features, but not that big as before because I disturbed the root system. That's what I learned from that repotting session. As I told you, I'm not an expert with Nepenthes. I'm learning, and I'm very excited to learn more. So with this batch of Nepenthes, I really treat them in a very special way, because when I repotting my Nepenthes, the first batch that I'm talking about before, I just put a little clumps of sphagnum moss. But in this batch, I would like to try to put the whole surface of the planter, so that the picture will rest on the live sphagnum moss. So more sphagnum moss, and after a few minutes it will be done and finished. So just make sure that the bottom part of the sphagnum moss, I don't think they have a very good root system. I don't think they have roots, but sometimes all the sphagnum moss, when they are really established, you will notice that they have root like structure in their lower part of their growth point. So I'm misting it after I arrange the sphagnum moss. Then I will put it in the shaded area, because I will not be in the growing area tomorrow for 8 hours or more, because I'm at work. and I can't monitor them if they are drying up. That's why it's better if you mist them thoroughly. So I just want to ask for forgiveness for my listener subscriber, because I'm trying to make an English video tutorials, because I'm not very good in speaking in English. If I'm speaking Tagalog, it will be much, I think, much clearer for my Filipino subscriber. But now we have subscriber from other country like Myanmar, Thailand, and other parts. So I better need to learn and improve my English for them to understand. So I'm so sorry if my English is too bad. So that's it. Bye bye. Have a great evening.